Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance?
Does capitalism rise as socialism falls?
Capitalism here, socialism there. The hard fact is one will thrive, one will survive. While capitalism lives, socialism dies. That is why the US will always fly high.
Because Alexander the Great, his empire was good, but when he passed on there was no one to take his throne. Without leadership, his people felt alone. Now we can move on to the great Senate of Rome. The Senate of Rome gave everyone a strong voice, but in reality it gave all of the people a choice. All of the emperors, they did not like the people's power, and when the Ems came into Rome, they all turned really sour.
Who's Constantine anyway? Wasn't he that Christian guy? Really quite persistent, just a bit ambitious. Prayed to God that if he won, he'd turn to Christ. But once his empire fell, the world turned dark. Feudalism sucked, the people were stuck, so the socialistic system kept everyone in ruts. That's when the Crusades came along, tons of senseless death, darkest part of Christian history gone in a flash. It's capitalism here, socialism there. The hard fact is one will thrive, one will survive. While capitalism lives, socialism dies. That is why the US will always fly high. The formation of democracy led to new views with the new English colonies. Humanism reigned, the people all believed in their abilities. They all believed they could do whatever. Ferdinand and Isabel, they were some of the best, till their greediness drove their country into a grove. Then Louis XIV came in his place with dope, but he taxed everyone till his country was dried up. Then England came along with their monarchy. They all knew the truth, they turned it constitutionally. Colonists saw this and saw it was good. They instituted a government run by the folks. Industrialization with the Z or nest, regardless was a race for much better products. But you all see here was based on a market of freedom, ruled by freedom. It's capitalism here, socialism there. The hard fact is one will thrive, one will survive. While capitalism lives, socialism dies. That is why the US will always fly high.
A new era ushered in by Karl Marx, the Communist Manifesto changed the world. Socialism on roids was communism. After Marxism came a war about rights. Should they learn to fight? Should they be able to write or use their might? Imperialism came, disregarding people's rights, invading other countries, stealing their resources. Hitler came to power, hating the Jews. He genocided them and disregarded their views. When he was defeated, the US came along. They were making policies, making them strong. They promoted democracy. The system is best, giving people a choice, giving them a rest. Globalization is making everyone the same. Multinational corporation made everyone sane.
It's capitalism here, socialism there. The hard fact is one will thrive, one will survive. While capitalism lives, socialism dies. That is why the US will always fly high.
Years ago, the Romans flourished because they had a system of capitalism. The monarchy in England was bound by the people, by a constitution created by me. They worked for themselves, so they worked hard. They needed their food, so they worked in the yard. When capitalism reigns, people work better. When socialism reigns, people just fetter. Yeah.
Birds came. They wanted the power. They wouldn't even let the people shower. They hated the choice, all the people's voice. When they took away their rights, the country declined. Without a moral system, the country doesn't shine. When Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto, system doesn't work, because people aren't perfect. Redistribution of wealth defeats their motives. It's capitalism here, socialism there. The hard fact is one will thrive, one will survive. While capitalism lives, socialism dies. That is why the US will always fly high. History is full of cause and effect, like feudalism and crusades. Everyone believed the lies, cause they were there all their lives. They didn't know better, they were blind. That's when the monarch England taxed the US. The US didn't like it, so they revolted, and that's how they won their freedom back. Then Hitler came along and took it back. He had hardcore fascist views. He told everyone they should hate the Jews, cause fascism always hates a type of people, which led to the Holocaust. Terrible, terrible things, tons of census deaths, all because of slurs. Discrimination blurs everyone's view of life, cause and effect happens again and again till we realize what's gone wrong. It's capitalism here, socialism there. The hard fact is one will thrive, one will survive. While capitalism lives, socialism dies. That is why the US will always fly high. It's capitalism here, socialism there. The hard fact is one will thrive, one will survive. While capitalism lives, socialism dies. That is why the US will always fly high.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.